What's up, y'all? Welcome to Dramasoundoff TV. Right now, I am going to put a snippet out, one portion of the video of me and Madam Lowe's interview, which is myself, Dramasoundoff, interviewing Madam Lowe. Welcome to Dramasoundoff TV, you guys. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, press that notification bell so that you'll be alerted on the next video that we drop. Comment down below because I want to hear your thoughts on the whole interview, because this interview was a key. It was a very good, detailed interview. Lo herself was very transparent. Myself, I was very professional and very intuitive and knew how to ask the right questions. So with that being said, we're getting ready to get into the video. I just have to put out a disclaimer. Okay. So I thought I basically recorded the whole actual interview, right? Because that was my intentions on recording the interview for you guys, right? The only thing is it did not save. For some reason, it did not save. And then in the middle of it, my phone dies, right? So in this video, Lo starts off by explaining how she caught the bad end of the stick by waking up things that are in black and white on people, right? Like paperwork and things like that. And she basically is explaining that other top broadcasters did similar stuff, or maybe worse, but she caught the back end of the stick real bad. Okay, let's get into it.
See as though to put the queen in jail. They wanted the queen to be behind bars from all the things, horrific things I had did to people all that year for my 3 milli. But truth be told, they do the same things. Ashley was calling CPS. Lee Ebony don't have no good motherfucking past. But it wasn't until I start spewing out facts. See, one thing about this app, they love the storyline. They love the kiki and the kaka and the foo-la-la and the ha-ha-ha. But when you dig into that black and white and they ain't got no argument for it, they ain't got no motherfucking rebuttal for it, and they can't argue it, it's an issue. It becomes a deep rooted hatred for you for exposing them. And so they feel as though they want to get their get back. That's what it gave.
Okay. All right. Right. Okay. So, and there was other people that that were like that too. So, do you think they were kind of like trying to protect their investment in Alliance? Huh?
Yeah, I do think that they were trying to protect their investment in Alliance, but I also think that it was two bitter, battered, ugly, sloppy, disgusting women that wanted to have a moment. They wanted to see as though a trans woman could get locked. They wanted to see as though the demise of a trans woman. They don't. You now, come on, Drummer. Sit down. Nobody wants to see a trans woman eating a 3 million tier on an app consecutively. You see what I'm saying? Nobody wants to see a trans woman at the top of an app, baby. They wanted me out of it. They wanted me down. They wanted me out the way. They wanted me not spoken of. And truth be told, when I was locked up, the motherfucker said, "Oh, that bitch deserved it. Oh, that's what that bitch deserves to be." Nobody deserves to be up in jail, baby. Nobody needs to be up in jail. Jail ain't a good place for nobody. Why would you wish that on me? Because I just exposed your true tea. Why not take a moment to say, "Hey, you know what? I learned from that. I became better from that, or I changed my ways." No, bitch, you's a miserable, no good bitch, and you on the internet portraying to be some empress and some queen or some bullshit ass motherfucking colony, bitch, that don't motherfucking exist. And when I hit your ass to where the fucking motherfucking hurt, it became a motherfucking issue. It became an issue.
Okay. So now, all right. So moving. So now, right after that incident, right, but right before you get arrested, you and Super were cool, right? So you and
Yes,
Super were tight at one point, right?
we were.
So how did you and Super build that bond, that relationship that you had?
Well, me and Super had a tricky beginning to our relationships. We were actually frenemies on the Facebook application, but I think
Mm.
as though Super wanted to get in and pull me into the Super Tinks to shoot the Super Tinks platform up. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
this is what took place. Robert and Super were neck and neck on the app for who's going to be the top tier host of Vigo. I did a business move with the powerhouse to hit my 3 million, and I joined forces with Robert and 20. And after I joined forces with Robert in 20, people immediately seen my influence on
Nice.
the application. People began to leave after January. By February, every last broadcaster that was on my side of Bigo was in the powerhouse, from Pumpkin to Cammy's to Gucci's. I mean, everybody was trying to come to the powerhouse. Trina B was questioning coming. The influence was seen, and I think that people realize my influence on this application and they like to play on it. I think that Super was and I was a legitimate friendship. I do. And I do think that Super genuinely grew to love me. But in the beginning, I think that it was a business move. Super knew that his birthday was coming up. He knew he wanted to be the top tier of this app. And he seen my pull. And he told me, he said, listen to me, baby. Robert and them are only using you. He got in my head. You see what I'm saying? He said, Robert and them are only
Yeah.
using you. They only want the pull on this application. They only want to eat keys up. And for a second, when I look back, I think, well, maybe Brandon sent Super because Brandon wants to be number one on this app too. Him and Robert and 20 had a feud like no other. A feud like no other. They were so upset the night that I hit my 3 milli that and I had my 3 milli celebration that Lee Ebony was on a panel, a lineup with Brandon talking down on me, and I'm part of Keys to the Street. But for some reason, the union just pissed them off.
Wow.
I think that they wanted to be in control and have treat us like puppets to where we would be only in one tier. So Brandon wanted me to stay at 1 million. Brandon want Lee Ebony to stay at 3 million and have us at the low totem pole. So I did the business deal and I hit that 3 million. And then here comes Super with his vendetta. If you come to my family, I'm gonna push you to the top. I'm gonna get you to 3 million. I'm gonna do what I have to do to make it as though you never need Robert, God, Zeus, and 20 again. And I said, you know what? Robert and them aren't supporting me like they need to. What I will say and what I am thankful for Powerhouse is that it taught me the business analytics about this application. See, until you get into the inner realm, into the inner circle of this app, you won't have no knowledge on how to maneuver and how to finagle the app. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So when I
Yeah.
did make that business move, it taught me the business analytics, and that's one thing that I will forever be grateful for Robert and um 24. It taught me the business side of Bigo, something that Brandon did not teach me, something that Brandon was not invested in educating me on. You see what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
Super comes along and he offers me this great opportunity to join the Super Tinks. And if I join the Super Tinks, he promised to give me my 3 milli. And at this point, I think I was just in a place as though, you know what, I'm tired of doing it on my own and not seeing the support. I was not set up for none of the 100 box PKs with Robin them. They did not push me like I thought they were gonna push me to the front of the powerhouse. And so immediately Super said, I will make you the face of the Super Tinks, and you will be that girl on this application for 2 more months to come. And that is when me and Super's friendship started. And, linking up with Super, I begin to grow a love for Super, and I begin to grow a sense of ownership with Super, and I begin to grow a sense of commitment with Super. And I felt like my loyalty lied with Super. And I just enjoyed myself. I mean, we had a good time and we partied and we drank and smoked, and it was just all good vibes, and it was nothing negative until those maggot mouth ass bitches got that twinkling and twinkling in Super's ear. They began to try to find out what Super's address was. Super's address was exposed. He began to see me as a liability. At first, Worm was in total adoration of me and loves me and see me as a sister. And I mean, Super and Worm wanted me to come to their house almost every night. Super even offered me my room permanent. He even wanted me to move in with him and said, you know what, come move with me and live here. And even though I did turn it down for my own personal reasons or whatever like that, but that's how close we was, and that's how quick the friendship grew and the union. And I mean, instantly we began to take over Bigo. And whereas the Super would only have 1,000 viewers, his views shot up to 2,000, linking up with the Madame. And he went from being a 3 million to hitting far over 4 and 5 and 6 million on the application when he linked up with the Madame. And nobody gives me my accreditation. And so then once I linked up with the Super, my influence on the app was seen again. And that's when Exclusive and all of them wanted to come to Super Tinks. And everybody wanted to be a part of Super Tinks. And everybody wanted to be in the Super Tink family. You see what I'm saying? And everybody wanted to get the Super Tink badge. And I began to tell him, accept such and such badge, accept such and such badge. Plenty of people he didn't even want to fuck with, truth be told, especially Exclusive. And Exclusive loyalty, I felt like should have been to me. Well, we ain't gonna get into that. I'm gonna let you do your interview. But in all things, that's what I would say about Super. It wasn't until Empress leaked that address that me and Super's relationship became wavering and became very questionable. And when I got out of jail, it was a conversation I had with Super while we were on a local high um, doing our things. And Super revealed to me that there was a phone call made to him about setting me up to get locked up. The night I was supposed to come to his house, I ended up having car problems. That was that original night when the police showed up. There was a phone conversation after the police came with Brandon and Super, and Super was on the phone, and Empress did not know. And so that is when a red flag went up in my head, and I said, you
Oh.
know what? I don't know, baby. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. And then the second red flag was my supporters sent cash apps, and people begin to say, "Oh, we sent way more cash apps than that. We don't know what Super did with your cash apps." But Super showed me the cash apps, and he did cash at me 1,000 and something dollars. But people were saying that basically the cash apps was more than 1,000. So that was the second red flag. And then the third red flag was one night I was finna go over to Super House, and Super was like, Worm just don't want nobody over no more. It just starts to be jaded. Like it starts to be really jaded with the address thing. And, inevitably, I will blame that brief with Empress and Tanisha and Lee Ebony, the complete downfall of me and Super's relationship.
Yeah, I think, yeah, honestly, given my perspective on it, watching, usually I don't do this, but I am. I think because I watch y'all relationship and how it fell out and how, I feel like things got a little bit serious with the address. Yeah, like you were
Yep.
right.
He was
But
really
I feel
pissed with
like,
that.
yeah, I think that's what it was. And I know, Lo, you level headed. You'll understand that that's why, at some point
Yeah,
you got
I
to protect
do.
yourself. I don't
I
think it was
do.
y'all though. I
I
think it
do.
was the
I
people
don't think it
around
was.
y'all.
I don't think it was our. I don't think that our friendship ending was had anything to do with us. You know what I mean? I think that from that address being leaked and from them trying to say that I was leaking addresses in his room upstairs and stuff like that, I think that that is where the deterioration of the relationship happened. And stuff like that. And I don't know. I just when I look back, I do miss Super, and I just hate that we had to go so far and stuff like that, and I just hate that sometimes I flip out so bad. But it's like I get tired of being the villain, and I get tired of being the person of the center of the hate train. You know what I mean? And it just sends me on a spiral out of control. And so certainly I do miss Super, and I wish that one day we can recover our friendship and hang out again and just enjoy life again together because I loved me some Super, and there was one Butch Queen brother that I enjoyed and just had a wonderful time with. And so I don't know if Super is anywhere listening, but I just hope that one day we can rekindle our relationship, and one day that we can move forward, and one day we can link back up and show the people that we made it through. Hmm.
He was in here, so Is he in a room? He was in here. He was in. If he come in here, would you will want him up? Can y'all talk?
He can come up if he comes in.
Okay, yeah, because he was in here watching for a while. I'm not sure if he's still here, but that was so sweet. That was so nice. All right, so I think y'all definitely can have a conversation. That was so sweet. Um, all right, so dang, that was so heartfelt. Okay, so let's. Okay, where do we go from here? Okay, so now Super. Okay, so now Super and Low. Hopefully, you guys can reach out to Super and make it happen. Uh, and allow Low and Super to have a talk. I think that was amazing. Thank y'all. I see y'all comments. Y'all, this during my interviews, I like to have some reconciliation, ask people to solve their issues while they're on the panel as well. So that was nice. That was good. All right. So now, so after super situation comes the after a while it comes like the downward spiral. Can I keep it real?
Yes. Hmm.
All right. So there comes like a downward spiral where
Hmm.
drugs were involved, and then at some point you just disappeared and everything. And you know, I want to ask you questions about that moment, right? So,
Yeah.
at some point you started indulging a lot in drugs. So, what made you go there?
Well, I will say that one thing that truly pushed me over, and it's not like I have done more drugs than I've ever done before. Because I mean, I've been a drug user. I mean, people have known me to do my party pack and get my party pack going as long as they've known me on Bigo. But I think that the real downfall was me showing it on Bigo. I should have came off the app far before I did. But anyways, moving forward, yes, so the drug abuse happened because I was basically just over it. Like I had gone through so much, with the super situation with the jail stuff, and this was you're talking about once we got to California, right?
Yes.
And unfortunately, my relationship took a toll on me, and those people got the better half of me, and and inevitably, when I had always been seen in a winning position and never had been gagged before, I was really gagged, and so um, I needed a release, and I needed a place of peace. And sometimes, self medicating is what I do for an outlet. And so I was over it. The negativity had grown so far, falling out with so many friends and stuff like that. I needed a break from Bigo, and I needed a moment off of Bigo. And I think that people wanted to see the downfall, and people wanted to see me spiral out of control and things like that. And inevitably, they did everything that they could to do it, and it works. It works. So
Okay. So, all right. I'm
thank
not
you.
gonna
That's my
lie. You
point
can't.
so much.
However, huh?
Yeah, go ahead.
How? I'm not gonna lie. However, you came back when you came back to the app. You came back as such a huge force, a big force. Like you was like, I'm back, and it was like never left. I was loving it. I had to come in your room, show you some love because I was like, I was so happy. Like, yes, we have low back. Low
I
is
do
back,
believe
honey.
somebody put
We
a root on me as well. I do believe somebody put a root on me because my mind was so fucked up. And at one point, it was just my mind. It wasn't even the drugs because, truth be told, I didn't get a hold of a lot of party packs in California because I didn't know anybody. But I was just out there, and I was just losing it. And I even remember somebody inboxing me saying, "Somebody put roots on you. You need to come to me and let me pray them off of you." And I had never indulged in that type of ideology, but I end up letting her do the root spell to reverse it, and I feel like that made it worse, and it doubled back. And I was losing my headspace. I couldn't think straight. I was walking the streets. It was really crazy in California. I mean, it got very bizarre for me. A lot of things y'all weren't able to see, but it got very, 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 very crazy in California for me. And luckily, there were some big old people that did look out for me. But I never did the blade or skid row or anything like that. It may have been a chemical imbalance. It may have been a chemical imbalance from, not having access to everything, or it could have been the stress. Because you guys have to remember, after my car broke down, things just went completely downhill. I mean, thanks be unto God and thanks be unto Jesus that I was able to double back out of that and get out of that and still live to tell the testimony. And I really praise God and give all glory and respect to the Heavenly Father for being an on time God and for being a deliverer and for being a healer.
I know that's right. Amen. Amen. Okay, so yeah, exactly. And okay, so you said you went through a lot with your relationship. So we see at times with you and Breon, y'all would at some point you and Breon broke up and y'all
Yes.
broke up and Breon went to Empress and went over to Empress. Now there was some speculation surrounding the fact that whether it was a storyline or not, whether you purposely sent Breon over to
hmm
Empress to get money. Is that true?
I did. And, we had a conversation the night before he left. And I just felt as though if he felt like his trust was, if he felt like he couldn't, if he felt like his trust was questionable toward me, when I was on the phone with him, he was telling me, that he didn't know what to believe and he didn't know if he wanted to come back and was, hysterical and crying and stuff like that. I said, well, you know what? You go over there with her and oh, thank you, baby. You go over there with
Thank
her
you.
and you
Thank
get
y'all.
the money that she got for you. If she got 500 for you, you get the 500. I want to see you get it. You get the clothes and you go home and you get yourself together. And so that is what fueled it the night before. Is that right? What? The night before we had that conversation, and that's how it went. I told him, you know what, since you're questioning the trust, since you're questioning if you want to come back, then you go be with the ops and you go over there with the ops and you use her for everything she got. And I want to see her get you a phone, nigga, and I want to see her get you a motherfucking
Okay, so
I'm gonna
so
get
now that
mad.
Breon, so
Stop.
so now that Breon is home with you, you guys are back together. I know that Breon must have confided in you. There must have been questions. You asked Breon like, "What were y'all doing while you were over there? Can you tell me everything?" So did Breon tell you what went on behind the scenes while she was with them?
Yes, he did. He did show me the text messages. I did
I'm
expose
sorry,
her text messages. I did expose his text messages with Empress on YouTube. He did come forward to me and let me know everything. He let me know basically that Empress and Royce and all of them and TT were just trying to social climb me. He seemed as though they only were doing it, not for his betterment, but only to get back at me after they thought that they had all the information that they wanted, that he was no good to them anymore, and it was exposed. I exposed the group chat. Yeah, he just said she didn't even send him no gifts, no more of anything. It was just to get back at me. They knew that that was my weak spot. They knew that that was what was gonna send me over because them bitches never bothered me. You see what I'm saying? These hoes never bothered me, bitch. Not a one of them. You nasty monkey mouth looking motherfucking bitch. Empress, you big fat sloppy barracuda bed having ass bitch with that motherfucking deep ass motherfucking jawline bitch. You look like a meth head still, bitch. You better sober the fuck up, you high ass motherfucking bandicoot bitch. And motherfucking TT bitch, you bell pepper booty having ass bitch. Your booty shaped like a cut split open bell pepper hoe, and you will never in a day be able to sit with me, bitch, with all that motherfucking stomach, bitch. You done had a motherfucking BBL, bitch, and ain't got a second or a glimpse of a motherfucking body yet. You still motherfucking fat, you still sloppy, and your body still made motherfucking wrong. Fuck you. And they knew that drama sound off, that was going to get up under my skin, and I don't know what to say. Like, I've tried my hardest. I tried my hardest to stay afloat. I tried my hardest to stay focused, and I could not. It sent me over the top. It sent me packing, and it sent me loony.
It's the transaction in the voice for me. Okay.
Yeah.
Um. Okay, y'all. So, can y'all help me? Can y'all give me the 200K, please? Hold on one
Why are you
second.
laughing? It is shaped like a bell pepper if you look at it. And it's big at the end. It look like a bell pepper when it's sitting on the kitchen top, small at the bottom and big and wide at the top. And baby, she made wrong. Ew, fat
Okay,
bitch.
so okay, no problem. All right, we have 2,500 people in here, y'all. Could y'all give me the 200K? Thank
Wow,
y'all
we
so
have
much. I appreciate
2,500
y'all.
people in here listening to the Madame. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. Be sure to follow the Madame right here in Box One, honey. Thank you so much.
And Gifts Madame, also Gift Low as well. And also Gift Me.
Thank
Make sure you
you.
following me as well. Okay, so gift the panel, you guys. This is an amazing interview. All right. So,
Yes, the
all
interview has
right.
been iconic.
Yes. Okay, so all right, so Brian, so the text messages were exposed, right? So what was said during what was the most juiciest tea that was spilled in those private messages? Because a lot of us are not privy to those messages. A lot of people.
Her trying to set up karma, her talking about Gucci, her being fake, talking about the people that she sits with. The miss what? Yeah, and it's posted on. Yes, she hates karma. She wanted karma. She plotted on karma's demise as well. She wanted Breon to seek out karma, and try to talk to karma and stuff like that to ruin her situation with Brandon and things like that. And the whole text thread is posted on my YouTube. First Lady Madam Low, get into it, baby. Get into it,
Okay.
baby.
All right, so it's on your YouTube channel. Okay, so First Lady
First
Madam
Lady
Low, be
Madam
sure.
Low on YouTube. Get
Okay,
into it,
everybody,
baby.
make sure y'all subscribe to Lowe's YouTube channel. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, Drama Sound of TV. Admins, if y'all can put my YouTube channel and Lowe's YouTube channel in the comments so people can go over to subscribe because this interview will be over there. If you guys missed the beginning of this interview, you
Absolutely.
guys, the interview will be on Drama Sound of TV on YouTube. You guys also follow Madam Love if you want to go see those text messages on her YouTube channel. Please subscribe to her YouTube channel, y'all. All right.
Absolutely.
So now, all right. So if you missed the beginning, go subscribe. All right. So now, so okay. So in those text messages, at some point was I know that Breon and um Ro- Royce got a little close, right? They were very close, and at
Yeah.
times you would say, right. So there was kind of a lot of people saw the tension between them, right? And so,
hmm
how did you feel like their relationship was?
Well, I think that Empress sent Royce to distract Breon, to keep Breon's attention off of me, and inevitably it did not work. Royce is a soulful singer, um, a 90s looking ass bitch that ain't got enough motherfucking vigor or tenacity to keep up with me. And I want to tell Royce the baby, where's he at now, baby? Suck my pussy from the back, bitch. You could never in a motherfucking day. And I said what I said. So she was basically trying to be Breon's friend, basically trying to be Breon's distraction. They never did y'all talk on the phone or not? Y'all did? Get away from me. They had a lot of phone conversations. Apparently, Breon's just now telling me they had a lot of phone conversations. And what were y'all talking about?
Okay, stay tuned for the rest of the video, which is the full interview, you guys. It will be coming out. This is basically a portion of the interview. And if you think this part was juicy, just wait for the rest of the parts. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Dramasoundoff TV, and comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. What do you think about this video, okay? What do you like about the interview? Were you intrigued? How do you think it was? Leave your comments down below. I'm excited to read your comments, and I will be responding back to y'all. Make sure you hit that notification bell so when the full interview drop, you guys will get notified first. Stay blessed, Drama Beans.